This playthrough is rated T for teen.
What awaits us in the mist might be more than you expected. Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Syberia, the World Before. In the last episode, we found ourselves fixing the clock tower. Save the clock tower. Oh, wait.
The bridge is exactly the same as it was back in the 1930s. Except that it's cleaner. It looks almost new, as if it had been renovated.
So yeah, we spent the whole episode fixing the tower, so now we're at the bridge of mists or whatever to find more about our lovely Dana, because it's apparently one of our residences. So let's see what we can find around here. Look around, interact with people, have fun, or not. Alright, well, we know where we're supposed to go, but let's take a look around. See if we can do... No interactions there. Okay. Well, we gotta interact with a lot of things before we head off to the actual location. Yeah, most of these are just gonna be like, most of these looks are gonna be the, addresses that we're trying to look for. The secondary objective is to find out news about what's going on in Vegan right now. What's this fellow here? Ooh. Let's use our wallet on it. It's a souvenir, I bet. The wallet didn't say it had coins in it, but okay. Stop masticating, dude. It's freaking me out. Huh. Cheap souvenir.
Whoa! That's one shrill version of the Hymn of Vagan.
Jeez.
One thing's for sure, this souvenir wasn't made in Vagan.
Did it say made in China? I can't really tell. That's usually how it is with a lot of places like that. Usually it's like China or some place like that. It's sad but true. Now what can you do about it? Nothing! Yeah, 16.
A book about Vagan's history during the war. Maybe it could be useful later.
Not right now, though. Not right now, though. Alright, since there's, even though you can look at numbers and stuff like that, it doesn't really tell us much, so we can ignore looking at most of the numbers there, so we're going to ignore that. No point. If we get over here, though.
Looks like the residents on the bridge are pretty mad at the town council.
Yeah, let's take a look. Calling all residents and retailers of Vagan, love our Bridge of Mists, outside and in. We, the undersigned Bridge of Mists Welfare Committee, hereby protest against council policy to turn Vagan into a museum town. How are they doing this? By granting public fundings uniquely for exterior renovation with the aim of attracting as many low-cost chain stores as possible. This unfair policy, to the detriment of homeowners, our quality independent shops, and the craftsmen and women of the Bridge of Mist district. Why should we all care? Because Bridge District property owners are having to live and work in insalubrious conditions, and this despite repeated appeals to the council to set up a fairer funding program that covers interior renovations. If we let the council continue with their unfair policy, there will soon be no residents left in the Bridge District. There will be nothing but pretty facades, hollow shells, and cheap souvenir shops. What to do next? To maintain our community spirit and quality independent shops selling true Vegan craftsmanship, we petition the council to urgently set up an interior renovation funding program that puts Veganeers first. It is to be noted that the only previous funding for Bridge District interior renovation dates back to just after World War II. It was hurriedly carried out following the partial destruction of the bridge during the liberation of Vegan. Today, the vast majority of bridge properties are unfit for human habitation. Join our lobby for interior renovation funding for our historic bridge buildings. Meeting at the Town Council, 10 a.m., Monday, November 21st. Keep our community safe and our beautiful town alive. The Bridge of Mist Welfare Committee of Residents and Independent Retailers. Radis Sveicher, Reidi Gerin, Angela Heigl, Hans Rudolf Thoma, Franzi Storklin, Ulrich Hoffman, and Anna Dubach. For more information, write us at bridgeofmist.org or telephone at Angela Heigl 05124 089711. I'm not German, by the way, so don't, you can't just expect me to read German or whatever this is based off Polish or whatever properly. So if I mess it up, you'll just have to accept it. Okay, well anyway, let's keep looking around. Yeah, a few places to at least examine this time around, so.
Souvenirs here look more upmarket than the ones I've seen elsewhere.
They're probably quadruple charged.
A gift shop.
God, they're everywhere. You can't get away from gift shops. Ugh. Unless it has a cute bear on it, I'm not buying it. And there's a way to get down there. 22. Slowly but surely, we will win this race of mediocrity. Alright. Let's keep looking around. Ooh. Storm warning. Storm warning to all inhabitants of Vegan. A severe storm is expected to hit the town from this evening and during the night. The municipality recommends everyone to remain at home with the shutters firmly shut and to cancel or postpone any plans for going out. All cultural and outdoor activities, especially those on the Dombre and the surrounding mountains, are prohibited by municipal decree for an extended duration of 24 hours. The Municipality of Vegan, Department of Tourism, Culture and Recreation. Alright.
Protests in the neighborhood and a big storm coming tonight. I sure wouldn't want to be in the mayor's shoes right now. Anyway, I'd better focus back on Dana.
Alright, finding those two things, the storm warning and the issues with the shops, will get us the sub-objective.
In loving memory of all those who lost their lives that terrible night.
Man, how many different memorials do you got? Well, I mean, you gotta have them, right? Oh, I wonder if any of these are actual people who worked on the game or if they're actual people. Well, you know what I mean.
Some of the names are covered up with dirt. How could I clean it?
Well, we don't have anything right now, as far as I'm aware of, so we'll have to come back later and clean that up. Because, yeah, we're not going to use a bird or anything like that, so yeah, we'll have to come back later. Well, actually, I'm not surprised something like this would happen, because, people who live in a town are so used to certain things that they don't really notice that type of stuff, even if it's in front of their noses. Alright, well anyway, let's find the shop, so we gotta go back up. So the shop is pretty obvious if you haven't already figured it out, so. It's the one we looked at earlier, right here.
There's number 20. Dana's old house.
Let's see if we can just walk on in and bug these people.
Guten Tag, Fraulein.
Guten Tag. Soon I will be a master of greetings. And all these different colored.
All our gifts are handmade by craftsmen in Vagen.
I don't believe you for a second. Okay, wait, let's talk to her. Actually, let me look around and then we'll talk to her. Local souvenir.
Made in Vagen.
But is it? Well, maybe it is. Maybe there actually are some legit sales places. Because a lot of times when you go to these places, it'll say like, it'll show all this gift shop stuff, and then it'll be like made in China or something like that on the bottom. Like, yeah, right.
More gifts. I would have preferred it to still be full of paintings, I think.
Yeah, I don't buy souvenirs. I used to buy souvenirs when I went to places, but I don't do that anymore because it just clutters my house. And I'm at that age where I don't care about collecting stuff. I'll just take a picture or something like that and just remember the memories or something. And that's good enough for me.
On holiday in the region, Fraulein?
Just passing through.
Well, welcome to my little gift shop. Frau Heigl at your service. I noticed you were looking at a souvenir, Fraulein.
Yes, you have a wonderful choice here, Frau Heigl. Your shop is beautiful.
Thank you. All our souvenirs here are pieces of craftsmanship, as we like to say. All by local craftsmen. Do you wish to buy the souvenir, Fraulein?
Well, I'm actually looking for someone, not something. Someone who used to live in this house, and I was wondering if you could help.
Well, there were quite a few owners before I bought the shop last autumn, so I can't really...
So her name was Dana Roze. She lived here before the war. I was hoping to find some kind of trace of her here, so I could continue my search.
I see. Well, I have heard of the Roses, but I can't say if there's anything left of them inside the house.
But don't you live here?
No. My husband and I live in the suburbs. You see, the bridge was sacked just before the war, during the pogrom against the Vagrants. Oh, truly awful events. And then the neighbourhood was bombed, just after the war during the liberation. And many of the houses were damaged, including this one. They were hastily renovated after the war, but they remain mostly derelict.
Oh, well.
You mentioned a pogrom against this neighborhood's vagrant community. Can you tell me more?
As much as anyone who knows anything about Wagen, I guess. It happened in 1938, if I recall correctly. A few months after Austria and Ostertal were annexed by the Brown Shadow.
What happened?
Well, the Brown Shadow organised riots against Vagrants on false pretexts. It led to pogroms throughout all the annexed countries, including this house.
Were the Roses home when it all happened?
Like I said, Fraulein, I don't know, but I hope not.
Well, it doesn't look like the house was damaged from what I can see. Your shop is charming, and so is the rest of the district.
Thank you. That's because after the initial renovation, the council financed major rehabilitation work on the facades. But if the truth be told, they left the proprietors to foot the bill for our interiors. That's why my husband and I had to spend all our savings so that the shop interior shows the same high standard that we demand of our suppliers.
That's a shame.
Yes, and if the council persists in refusing to help fund the renovation works, there won't be any residents left on the bridge, let alone independent quality stores like mine. There'll be nothing left but bland franchise stores, like the one further along the bridge or on the musical square.
So between the pogrom, the bombing, and the whole house being renovated, there's little chance of me finding any trace of the Roses.
It's not quite like that. To be honest, we didn't have the funds to renovate the rest of the house, so we used the upper floors for storing.
Really?
And now that you mention it, I do recall coming across old photographs from before the war, here and there in the house. The successive owners didn't want to throw them out, and I suppose they must have left them there.
Would you mind if I went upstairs to take a look? Unless you would kindly bring the photos down yourself.
Well, I can hardly leave the shop unattended while I go... I don't even know you, Fräulein.
I see. In that case, would you mind if I had a look upstairs myself?
Don't take it personally, Fräulein, but I don't know you enough to trust you. I'm very sorry. Now, if you'll excuse me, Fraulein, I have a customer.
I conjecture that you were inefficient in trying to persuade the shopkeeper, Kate Walker. How are you going to access the upper floors now?
I don't know, Oscar. By getting creative, I guess.
I conclude I can trust you on that score, Kate Walker?
Just walk up there.
It's right in Frau Heigel's line of vision, too. I'm gonna have to draw her away if I want to sneak through that service door to the upper floors.
Yeah, after that, I would, if I was the shopkeeper, I'd keep an eye on Kate because I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I kind of let her down pretty harshly, so.
Excuse me, I must just serve the gentleman.
Yeah, huh. But, I mean, she makes a realistic case. It's like, I don't know you. Why would I let you into my store, like, or upstairs in the private area, dude? Okay, so what we need to do is we need to distract her, so.
All our gifts are handmade by craftsmen in Vaughan.
But is that true?
If I could manage to draw Frau Heigel this way, I'd be able to get through the service door and to the staircase without her noticing. But how?
Well, put something that's not made in Vegan around here, which is that cheap thing we got earlier, that cheap souvenir.
What's that awful noise? Excuse me, sir. Oh, there it is. How awful. That certainly doesn't belong in my shop. We don't sell such cheap and tacky items.
Great. I don't think Frau Heigel's noticed a thing.
Why don't you try to locate Dana Rose's room, Kate Walker? Then you can look for more clues about her.
Good idea. Let's just hope Frau Heigel won't come up.
Did that really just work? It worked, didn't it? Oh, boy. Anyway. Sure, why not? If anything else worked in this game, why not just a simple distraction, so... Now, what's this? Looks like the kitchen or something like that. Stop walking around like a drunk. There we go. House after the bombing.
This photo shows the house partially destroyed. Must have been taken after the bombing that preceded the liberation of Vaughan.
Yeah, it says 1945 on there. And nothing else. Okay. Yeah, let's see what's in here. Yeah, more interesting stuff. What type of big tube televisions? I remember those.
This is where Frau Heigel must take her breaks.
Wait, what's that? Is that supposed to be alcohol? Oh, it's Frappuccino. Well, at least it looks like It looks like coffee stuff right there, so... There it is.
In remembrance of the eternal bond between the Roses and the Zimmers. Signed, Adam Z.
Oh, dear. Dear, dear, dear. I think that's it for that, so...
It's dark in here. Hardly surprising with those windows boarded up.
Filled with, like, just dust, debris.
It's dark in
Oops.
here. Hardly more stock for the shop.
Wonder how much stuff she actually sells. Probably not. It's probably overpriced anyway for what it is. You pay for quality, my friend. Or not. Alright, let's go upstairs. How do you miss that, Kate? I'm clicking. Stop it! Game, you could have worked on your pathfinding just a little bit more. Look at that. I'm clicking on it and she's not going up. There we go. Yeesh.
Nothing of interest in here.
Well, that's for me to decide, Kate. But I guess it's not for me to decide. Now watch out there, man.
Just what I needed.
Now I just have to figure out how to get that.
A double bed, plenty of space. Must have been Dana's parents' bedroom. So where's Dana's room then? The number of rooms don't add up.
It's all weird and confusing. And there's that other photo. Anything else around there? Nope. The roses by themselves. There's Dana.
A family portrait. That must be Dana with her parents.
Nothing else? Okay. And after you view the 4 photos, you get the Where's Her Bedroom achievement. So we have to figure out how to get to the actual bedroom because of the where that is. Yep. Stuff it, Kate. There we go. Alright, now we have to go back downstairs. Because we couldn't access it, so now that we know where it is.
Huh. The bedroom in the background of the portrait must be located in the attic. According to the light and the clock behind Dana, her room must face north.
Aha! Okay. Now we can go up to the attic. Which is where her room is. Surprised she hasn't fallen through because of some of the place being in disrepair. But I understand them not renovating the house. It can be very expensive. Very expensive to renovate this type of stuff. I'm trying to fix the house my granddad lived in, and oh boy, is that a project in the works.
It's been bricked up. Most likely during the post-war renovation works Frau Heigl spoke of. That's it, Oscar. I think I know where Dana's room is.
Enlighten me, Kate Walker.
Well, one of the photos shows a bedroom that's not on the 2nd floor, right? And we know that the staircase was bricked up during the renovation and led to another floor. So that's got to be where we'll find Dana's missing bedroom.
It seems plausible, indeed.
It does. And if we're lucky, the room might be pretty much like Dana left it all those years ago, and potentially with clues to put us back on her track. I've just got to find a way to get to that 3rd floor bedroom.
Seeing as you failed to create a positive bond with Frau Heigl, the next rational step would be to take a look outside the building, Kate Walker.
You're right, Oscar. Let's go and see.
Alright, after that we just have to go outside, but...
It's been bricked up. Most likely during the post-war renovation works Frau Heigl spoke of.
Okay, so let's leave and get out of here. We're gonna have to do some climbing, it seems like. Well, that's nothing new for Kate. She's done it before. She can do it again. This time she's older. Well, depending on when you play the game series. She doesn't seem that much older, but she is. She is. She won't admit it, but she is. Smooth, Kate, smooth. She's like, where'd you go? I'm like, nowhere.
I hope you won't hold it against me.
Nah, of course not. Well, I didn't steal anything, so we're good. Yeah, I'm surprised she didn't say, hey, where'd you disappear to? I couldn't find you earlier. I'm like, oh, just ran outside. Anyway.
Oscar, I need your opinion on this.
Ah, that's better.
Looks like that fire escape staircase serves every floor of the house.
That is correct, Kate Walker. Perhaps you should find a way to use it.
Yeah, now we just have to... Now, the one we want to look for is like... It's like over here in the corner, but we're going to examine everything.
Better try something else.
So what do you think, Oscar?
I think I would have liked a body with longer front legs.
I was talking about the window up there. Must be Dana's room, right?
Oh, of course. There is a high probability that you are not wrong, Kate Walker.
Yeah, now we just have to find out where it is, though, so...
Looks like the staircase serves every floor, including Dana's.
I conjecture that you are probably right, Kate Walker.
What's with the dramatic music pauses? Seems weirdly unnecessary.
The second floor windows will be of no use to reach the staircase.
Trouble, darn, fluty gibbet.
Well, we can't get to the staircase from the first floor windows.
Indeed, Kate Walker, all the windows you could have used are obstructed.
Can't break it just because, you know, trouble and all that.
The ladder to the first floor is up. It's too high for me to pull down.
We're gonna need someone else to take care of that. Where's the... There it is.
Looks like there's a mechanism up there to lower the ladder.
Ah, there's the final one there.
That drain pipe leads to a ledge that leads to the staircase.
According to my calculations, the drain pipe will not hold you, Kate Walker. And even if you were lighter, the ledge is too narrow for you to stand on.
Hey, are you trying to tell me something, Oscar?
Yes, you are too heavy and too wide, Kate Walker, for the ledge.
Gee, thanks, Oscar. So basically, it's not going to be easy to use the staircase to get to Dana's room.
There is no other way. Access is denied from inside the first and second floors, and the third floor stairwell is bricked up. The fire escape staircase is the only possibility, Kate Walker. But you cannot climb up the drain pipe because of your weight and size.
I heard you the first time, thanks.
You are welcome, Kate Walker. So, the only way up is by the fire escape staircase, and that means lowering the ladder from the first floor.
Well, let's just do everything. Well, there's an obvious one, but
Well, I don't have a choice. I'll just have to make myself thin and climb up the drain pipe.
An unwise choice, Kate Walker, if you don't mind me saying so. It is highly probable that the drain pipe will not hold your weight, and no matter how thin you make yourself, even if it did, the ledge is too narrow for you to reach the staircase.
yeah, Kate Walker's too THICC.
Well, in that case, there's only one solution. As you're so light and slim, Oscar, you'll have to climb up the drain pipe and walk across the ledge for me. Then you just need to activate the mechanism to lower the steps so that heavy me can take the staircase route.
I was not made to climb up drain pipes, Kate Walker. I am a precision-made automaton.
Come on, Oscar. You saved the day more than once at Baranor. It must be second nature by now.
But how can I lower myself to scurrying like a rat?
Because you're a fine fellow and my faithful friend?
Oh, well, I mean, we could try, I guess.
Kate Walker, help! I believe I am stuck here.
Uh-oh. He's stuck. Anyway, we can switch between Kate and Oscar if we need to.
Stay calm, Oscar. I'm coming.
Pull this. They called me fat.
Climbing like a common squirrel. This is a disgrace.
Everything okay up there?
Yes, Kate Walker. I just need to... Ah!
Hang on tight, Oscar.
Oh, I am Kate Walker. Believe me, I am.
You gotta jump now, Oscar. Hurry! Well done, Oscar. Glad that you're safe and sound.
I guess that's one way of putting it, Kate Walker.
I'm also glad you haven't lost your positive attitude.
Phew.
Yeah, of course. Now that's...
That useless body. Now I must find another way.
Climb up more, I guess.
I'm climbing up all over again.
Be careful there, Oscar.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised this claws can actually grip into the pipe and everything. What the?
Oh dear, that can't be good. Oh dear. Now, Miss Pigeon. Madam Pigeon then, I beg your pardon. Now, Madam Pigeon, would you be so kind as to make way? I guess I'm going to need help here. Kate Walker, I'm going to need you again.
Dude, just be aggressive. Just run through the thing. Wow, why are you such a coward, Oscar? You're freaking...
How am I supposed to get rid of that pigeon?
You're a freaking robot. Well, this is the one you're supposed to use, but let's look at some of the other stuff first.
That doesn't work.
Now, you never give you interesting dialogue. Well, sometimes you do, but... Okay, what's right here, so...
I can't throw it at the pigeon, but maybe I can use it some other way.
Why can't you throw it at the pigeon? It's a pigeon. Well, anyway, the one you're supposed to throw it is this one, but... Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. I thought you had to do that other one specifically, so... Still, why can't we... Everyone hates pigeons.
Made our point, I guess.
I mean, they're annoying, they crap all over the place, you know, stuff like that. And they deserve to
maybe
be...
this body will be useful in the end.
Roll one, roll one, roll one. That would make me sick. Luckily it didn't last long enough to do that, but still. Hit. Alright, we're almost there, buddy. Unlock that little key there. The only problem I have with all this technology is that it was made by one man. Does anyone even know how to repair Vauldemare technology? Anyway.
Locked, of course.
Well, the only way to get in is to break it.
Kate Walker, if I were meant to be used as a cannonball, I would have been given a fuse. This is highly irregular.
Tuck your head in, Oscar. 1,
If Hans Vorarlberg could see me now,
2,
how...
3.
Undignified! Oh my. Oh my. Really? Is this any way to treat an intelligent automaton? Really, if Mr. Vorarlberg could see me now...
He would say, "You've saved the day again, Oscar. You've exceeded all expectations by far." Okay, let's try and find out what became of Dana after she left the refuge.
Save the day. I mean, all he did was just save us a little bit of time, but...
No doubt about it. This must have been Dana's room.
I knew she tapped the keys. No one could resist it.
I'm sure there's more stuff to find in here. There must be. I have to keep looking.
I know I'm one of those people that can't resist tapping a key on a piano.
A part's missing.
Ah, yes, Kate, I see it. Strange sketch, right part. Junta had more than I thought. Write myself to reminders. Let's take a look around. Diploma.
It's from the Music Academy. Music symbols, but they don't seem related to the diploma.
Unfortunately, it's been forever since I studied music, so I actually don't remember what those symbols are. I mean, I understand them, but I don't remember their actual names. So you have to forgive me. Look at all this stuff in here. Obviously, we're going to check that here in a second, so... Really have to go around to do that?
There's something underneath. Can't reach it. Can't be that heavy.
Did you really have to push all the bed just for that? Huh. Well, anyway.
That's better.
Yeah, a little bit better. Now that I think about it, Junta had more influence on me than I thought. I now write myself reminders as she suggested. Okay. Do I have any more diary stuff? Dear Miss Foster, I was able to visit the Vegan Music Academy thanks to the lead that Lenny, the manager of the refuge, gave me. The various testimonies I've gathered in Concord in showing that Miss Walker hasn't lost her habit of bending the law when it suits her. She apparently broke into a cafe on the musical square, then ignoring the municipal ban, she activated the automaton musicians. Even more interesting is that the witnesses unanimously agreed that the melody performed by the automatons provoked a marked reaction in Kate Walker. After scratching a bit deeper, I now have the attitude that this melody, which is known as the Hymn of Vaughan, is the same as the one played on Kate Walker's late mother's music box, the very one that you sent Kate and the mine. A strange coincidence, right? Maybe pity. I don't believe in coincidences, though. Kate Walker headed for the bridge at Mists of Vagan, where once stood the childhood house of Dana Roze. That's the woman she's been searching for. I shall get along there without delay. Yeah, see if there's anything else before we... Okay, nope. No,
Can't leave now.
Yep, okay, well, anyway. Okay, so we have to solve this, like, puzzle, but we already got the solution for it.
It's blocking it.
Oh, really?
It won't open. I'm pretty sure I've collected all the clues I could in the room, though. I should take a look at the documents and items in my diary.
Yeah.
The wheels on the lock seem to have different heights. I wonder why.
Wait, we're supposed to... We already saw what it was in the thing, so we're supposed to switch it to those symbols. Let's see. Where are you at? There it is. Let's see. I think it's that one, I believe. Oh, no, that one's the wrong one. There you go. And then... Let's see, that one's right. Or at least it should be. That one, and then the... I think it's that one, so... Yeah, that was on her letter, by the way. Alright, let's pop this baby open. Ta-da!
Thing's stuck.
It's blocking it.
Thing's stuck.
Gotta flip it. There we go. Alright, check out. See a bear, pin, some clockwork stuff, books, and a big book.
This was written not long after her time at the refuge. A letter from Leon. So he did write back to Dana after the expedition left Kantar, the capital of Baltayar. The High Plateau of Baltayar, October 25th, 1937. My darling Edelweiss.
I hate myself for not sending you news more often, and for not being able to receive news of you. I find myself now where probably no other modern-day human has ever ventured before. I regret to inform you that I won't be able to go back to Europe with my fellow survivors. Something bad happened during the expedition. I, no doubt, am partly to blame. Nevertheless, I would like you to know my version of the events. After hard days of hiking, we set up our base camp on the threshold of a high valley where rhododendrons grew. All the witnesses seemed to concur. This was where the Gorun, the famous man of the mountains, was most frequently sighted. For many long weeks, we explored without success every valley and mountain surrounding the camp. Autumn was approaching, the rivers started to freeze at the edges, and the prospect of having to head back with nothing for our toil was becoming more and more apparent. The joyful banter of the first weeks was no more. The men were becoming moody and tense. Especially our chief, Reinhard Berger. Up we get, Leon. Another day on a wild goose chase. I'd better get kitted up before going out.
All right. Well, looks like Dana's information has found some letters from Leon to Dana. So Kate has got some reading to do. What will Leon find out here? What tragedy led to him not coming back to Europe? And what will Kate do with this information? What will she learn from that? Find out next time in the next episode of Syberia, The World Before. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.